Hey YouTube, how's it going? I just wanted to come through for a moment. I don't know for how long, but I just wanted to come through and just talk a little bit about Monique. A little bit, you know. Some of you guys may have noticed that Monique is back in the news again. But yeah, Monique's back in the news, and she's back in the news this time for defending Roseanne Barr. You know, the comedian. Well, yeah, y'all know who Roseanne Barr is, right? And she said something about a woman named Valerie, and she compared her. She didn't call her a monkey, right? She didn't call her that, but she compared her to the Planet of the Apes, right? And Roseanne got a lot of stuff snatched from her, right? She got her like contracts and TV shows just snatched away from her, so she kind of just in somewhat of a bad state, right? In a bad state. But while a lot of people are criticizing her, one person runs and jumps to Roseanne's defense. And that person is Monique. Now, Monique decided to jump to Roseanne's defense. Morris, R. Morris, thanks for showing up. Monique has never been verified to me. So you mean that to say like you never liked her in the first place? Or are you saying it more like maybe like you never seen her as like, a black leader? I can understand that one. But you know, but yeah, Monique defended Roseanne, and she also has done a podcast about this, I believe, or at least like a Periscope video. She did about this, explaining, pretty much doubling down on why she defended Roseanne. And of course, she did like the interview with the television station in Los Angeles, explaining that she's not going to throw Roseanne Barr away, right? She's not going to throw her sister in comedy away. She's not going to throw away her Universal sister, right? She made a mistake. We've all made mistakes. All right. And I agree, we've all have made mistakes, And I do personally feel like there's some mistakes that you can rebound from, and then there's some mistakes that you can't. There's some mistakes that you can't. I don't know if you can come back from some mistakes. And also, I don't think that Roseanne, has an apology even been really issued from Roseanne Barr? Like, I'm wondering, let's see. R. Morris, she was cool, but canceling her for me means nothing because she was not my favorite, but tolerable. Okay, so like, you was kind of like, she's okay, I can take her or leave her, For me, I would rather take Monique, personally. I personally would rather take Monique, but I just think that she's like, an insta-woke Negro, as I like to call it. Hey, welcome to the live stream, The Cure. And you say no, that Monique is not canceled, right? And you see, The Cure. Because I ain't know that woman was black at all either. Y'all seen that interview that Roseanne did? Y'all seen that interview, right? She was like, she's like, I didn't know the bitch was black. God damn it, motherfucker. God damn it, the bitch set me up. How the hell was I supposed to know? It was like, I thought the bitch was white, right? Right? And she looking like a crazy, like, messed up crackhead in the interview too, looking all disheveled and shit. I'm like, who your people? Why your people let you go out there looking like that? Okay. I thought the bitch was white. God damn it, motherfucker. Shit. That bitch set me up. Shit. I thought I was talking about a white bitch. Oh, god damn. Let's see. Yes, I'm Kelly. Yes, she has apologized for some of the stuff, but Roseanne is canceled. Yeah. Really, Roseanne was canceled for me personally when she started doing that tweeting stuff and, voting for Trump and big up and him and stuff like that. And also, I think Roseanne was a follower at one point of Tommy Sotomayor. And Tommy did a video about it too, calling her out on it. When she wanted to scream, feminism, but she wasn't screaming feminism when he was bashing black women and, making jokes about black women. All right, let's see, what else? The Cure. Roseanne thought she was the same race as her, LOL. But still, would that have made it right to say that, though? It still would have been offensive to say that. And then you got Monique in her live stream saying that, apes and gorillas are beautiful creatures, They're beautiful, strong creatures, right? And, I'm not bashing apes and gorillas, They are, beautiful, strong, regal creatures, right? But they ain't human. And also there is a long history of that. Like, it was a whole bunch of, like, a long time ago, there was, like, a whole bunch of, like, pseudoscience saying that basically black people were subhuman and very closely related to, like, gorillas and apes. Thus, it was okay to treat them inhumane because, they ain't human. Let's see. Yes, I'm Kelly. Please, people didn't cancel Kanye. Well, I did. I've been canceled Kanye. But you got a point there. The Cure. I knew it had to be a non-black woman for them to cape for her like this. Well, she identifies as black. I don't know her lineage and all that. But she seems to identify as black, I guess. But you do have a point there. If she had been like, a black woman who's like black from a distance, you ain't got to be all up on her, looking at her features, checking her lineage, looking at the photos of her parents. It's like, are you maybe kind of sort of? Let's see. You ain't got to ask her. Let's see. The Cure. They are really mad at Roseanne for that trans agenda she ain't riding with. They've been talking about her for months. I didn't know she was on, I didn't know that was even an issue. The Cure. Kanye is being positioned as brave revolutionary. How? In what way? Kanye West is brave and revolutionary? I don't know. The Cure. Calling her out on what? I think I lost. I'm not even sure what that refers to anymore. My bad. I'm just so backed up with these comments. Reading these comments. The Cure. Had it been a black woman, this happened to, the response would not be the same. LOL. I think you might have an argument there, honestly. But I feel like people would have responded still, you know. I think in some ways, maybe even the response may have been a little stronger in some ways because she does look, you know, that if she was like a monoracial black woman, black from a distance, like we ain't asking her if she mixed with Indian or Cameroonian or some shit like that. So yeah, the cure. Roseanne is mentally ill. This is a non-factor. Don't give her that. Don't give Roseanne that. Don't blame it on the ambient. Don't blame it on mental illness, right? When we black folks mess up, we can't blame mental illness on that, like on our mess ups, even though there is mental illness in the black community. Shit, we all know somebody in the black community who ain't, you know, quite right up in the head. Yes, I'm Kelly. Monique isn't canceled because of this, but she needs to rethink what she's trying to do. I think Monique is going through something deeper. Why can Kanye go through something deeper, but not Monique? All right, me personally, I would take Monique before Kanye. I think Kanye needs to just go over there with the Kardashians and just change his name to Kanye Kardashian or Kanye West Kardashian. R. Morris, she was, and Tommy Sotomayor has plethora children by several women. I didn't know that. I just thought he had one child. Because he does, like, I don't really watch his content like that, but I did watch his content for like a moment, you know, maybe like here or there. But he would have his daughter in his videos on occasions. Or like, I guess one of his daughters now. The Cure. She identifies as black. She's on that blue vein society, you know. You know, that is a video that I may end up doing at one point or another, just asking and giving my opinions on like who's black, who's not black, where does blackness begin? Well, obviously 100%. And where does blackness end? You know? Yes, I'm Kelly. I wonder what it feels like to have my black American family all turn on me. What's that in reference to? Let's see. The Cure. They would have had that photo of her next to an ape day one. I see no memes, so we know that's not one of us. The Cure ain't having it. She's like, nah, hell no. She ain't no black woman. Shit. You want to see her edges too? You want her to show, you want to see if she got any edges. The Cure. Well, wait a minute. Yes, I'm Kelly. I don't know everyone was against Mo now. She's canceled. Y'all been canceled her. Have we canceled Mo? I think some people were riding with Monique when it came to the Netflix thing. I wasn't, because I just kind of saw through all that. I mean, and I've listened to a lot of Monique's podcasts. I say a few, you know, between like 5 and 10 of her podcasts talking about things like that in situations that sort of revolve around, you know, Netflix and Tyler, Lee, and Oprah, the Monique show, her being, you know, lowballed, then blackballed from the industry. You know, and I think she makes good points, you know, and I think it's, you know, it sounds good, but it's like, the thing is with Monique and where I was coming from with it was like, okay, if everything had went 100% well after Precious, right? After she won the Oscar, would she be talking all this same rhetoric about equal pay for women of color? And also one thing, women of color, that phrase, it's like, oftentimes people say that to avoid saying black. If you ever notice that, sometimes. All right, The Cure. Roseanne has been on the liberal watch list for the past year or so. The trans activists are mad at her for interviewing a lesbian who is sick of men pretending to be women. They are mad about it. That woman makes Vanessa Williams look like Betty Shabazz. You ain't feeling this woman claiming black, I see. You ain't with that. Is it because she's like pretty much white passing, I guess? Let's see, The Cure. No, I mean Roseanne is actually mentally ill. I know two people who know her. It's not an excuse, but our time doesn't need to go out. Our time doesn't need to go to this. She's actually not well. It's pointless. As a black woman, I wasn't offended. I hope light skins got that N-word wake-up call, though. LOL. But that's the thing, though, The Cure. One moment you're saying that, oh, she ain't black. Nah, I ain't claiming her like that. But on the next moment, you're saying, hey, don't forget you black. Right? That's the thing that I see happening sometimes, right? It's kind of like, in a way, riding the fence. Kind of like how some biracial and mixed and even some light-skinned people can sort of ride the fence like that. Let's see. The Cure. Black means coarse hair and dark skin. That's where it begins and ends. Okay. Let's see. For that, The Cure, I'll throw out, okay, I don't mean to come off as being self-absorbed or anything or self-centered, but what do you consider me? And just wondering, just wondering. Morris, or R. Morris, scientists say the ape/Neanderthal DNA is only found in Asians, Europeans, and Middle Easterns, but not in Africa. Hey, I didn't know that. The Cure, she says black all the time. R. Morris, people of color statement is used, lump all ethnicities together. Yeah, it is. But that's the thing. I think we as black people, especially black women in particular, have issues that are very unique to them and that need to be specifically called out. And also, sometimes we can be a bit too inclusive of people who don't include us. Like, these people, like, I don't know, they tend to include us when they want the numbers, but after they have us, like, they want the numbers. The Cure. I know what you mean, but they do ride the fence, LOL. But it's like some do and some don't, honestly. As well, some darker skinned people kind of ride the fence too when it comes to who's black and who's not black. To an extent, like, it's all good when we want people to come up and show out for our support and support our causes, right? Support black causes, which is, I think, what we should do. But when these same people start taking opportunities from, I guess, maybe like darker skinned folks, then it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You can't be don't be too black now. It's like, don't forget you black, but don't be too black. Like, they want you to be black when it's convenient for them sometimes, and want you to be non-black when it's convenient for them. All right. The Cure. Black is not an identity. We cannot identify out of our oppression. That is a very deep comment you have there. The Cure. You my Malcolm X. Smiley face, or laughing face, maybe. I consider you Steven. Really? Oh, you're like, oh, you're not, black, white, mixed, other. You're just Steven, right? Yes, I'm Kelly. Black Americans do have an identity, and we also have a culture. I agree. The Cure. Don't worry, I include you. Well, thank you, The Cure. Thank you. I appreciate you including me in your black family. As well, I consider myself a part of your black family when convenient and when not convenient. The cure. We are oppressed not because we identify as black, but because we are black. Okay, I'm getting what you're saying. I think I'm getting what you're saying. It's like, it's like one thing when you identify as something, but it's another thing when you are actually that something, right? Because, technically, if we want to be technical, it's like these people, a lot of people who identify as black, if you do like a DNA analysis of their DNA, you would see like a lot of non-black DNA in them. Thus, you would say like, well, they're not black, genetically speaking, right? So would you say the cutoff of blackness at is like 75%? Because we can't say 100% because black Americans, unfortunately, aren't like the majority, right? I would say like a good amount of us are not 100% though. So would you say like 75% or 85% is the cutoff? Let's see. The cure. I don't ride the fence. I feel like it's not right to expect anything from mixed people. That's true. And also, I think it's good to distinguish between mixed and light skin because I think there is a difference. And there is a difference, with that. R. Morris, black because you say you're black. I'm in the point in my life that I don't force blackness or tolerate those who ride the fence. I guess you meant to say the fence. Both sides. I'll agree with that. It's like if you say that you're mixed, I'm not going to argue you down and say that you're not mixed. Although me personally, I do consider mixed race people part of blackness, part of the black family. Me personally, I wouldn't throw away mixed people as a collective, me personally. I'm not saying that you need to believe what I believe, but I'm saying just me personally, right? All right. The cure. No, they integrated themselves into the community again when it means they can take the cool things. So you're thinking they're like low-key culture vultures or something? Or like opportunists? Yes, I'm Kelly. I am black, descendant of chattel slavery. All right. From the photo, I don't know if that's really a photo or a drawing of you. You seem to be light-skinned, or at least. R. Morris. Plus, it is different for men and women. Yeah, I think there's a difference. Hey, what up, B-Money? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate your support and your comments. The cure. It's okay to be mixed. Yeah, I think so. A lot of people are mixed. That is true, especially in certain parts of the world. Like in the Americas, it is like a large mixture, both including black and including, not including black, right? It's like a large mixture of people. Like, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Brazil, right? Other parts of Latin America. What else? The United States, really. Some parts of Africa are kind of like that, like South Africa, Cape Verde. Some parts. And there's like other places too, but those are like the ones with like black, right? Those are the places that are mixed with black. So, I tend to know those places. But there's other mixtures too, though, but I'm more so concentrated on the black ones for obvious reasons, right? Let's see. The cure. How, when we have no control over any media, where does that identity stem from? Aren't we acting what the dominant culture imposes on us? Yes and no, I think. Yes and no. I personally think that some people do kind of act into the stereotypes, but also I think there is sort of like a black people, black Americans, there is sort of like a culture I think that we have. I think it's it's not what we probably would like it to be, right? We probably would like it to be more aligned with like African culture, like native African culture, or even like, reminiscent of like other cultures, like, Asian cultures that perhaps have like certain types of like traditional garbs, traditional rituals. We kind of think of that being part of culture, and that it is, it is, and we don't have that, so sometimes we're like, well, we don't have culture, right? Tim Henson. I disagree, black people, especially dark and brown skin, I guess want biracial and light-skinned people to be consistent. Don't claim blackness one minute and renounce it when convenient. I completely 100% agree with that. I think that if you're in, you need to be in. If you're out, you need to be out, right? And if you're in, I think that you should also be in when it comes to the people who you date. But then that could be an issue too, because it's like, hey, that light-skinned chick's taking all the dark-skinned dudes. You know how that goes. But I agree with that. The Cure. Race was imposed on us when race was imposed on us. We never identified as black before slavery. They labeled us as black due to the appearance. That is true. Black is like a social construct, as is all racial categories. It's socially constructed, and it's not real, but it's real. I know that's a contradiction and an oxymoron, but it's more like a paradox. It's real, but it's not real, right? Because we kind of believe it's real, so it's real. B Money. My ancestry DNA says I'm 90% African DNA. Yeah, congratulations on that too. Thanks for sharing the results too. That's a whole lot of black. So congratulations on that. So, for you, not a lot of blackness was, taken through slavery. You was able to hang on to 90% of that. So that's awesome. That is definitely a beautiful thing. The Cure. Everyone is mixed, though. Mixed dark skins are unwelcomed. Yes. Sorry. So, yes, black means dark skin and coarse hair. Oh, so you can't have no, good hair and be dark skinned, though. So Chili ain't black. Chili from TLC ain't black. Tatiana Ali from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She ain't black because they got good hair. Let's see. Mutron Angel. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm not sure. My bad if I am. Maybe biracials, black and white, should start their own race. The thing is, that has kind of been attempted. I think even maybe white women have kind of tried to push that forward, but right, representatives of the black community pushed against that. And they pushed against that, from what I heard, because they felt like it would take away support when it comes to our political power and our voting block and, those sort of things where numbers matter. The Cure. I consider them to be people of color. The Cure. Biracial people already have. Morris. 60% for me. So you're 60%, 60% black. Oh, I thought you were, I remember, I don't know, I felt like you were darker skinned. The Cure. Be right back. Morris. Yeah, in Gulfport, Mississippi to Louisiana, have a high percentage of black Native American mix. Oh, okay. Excuse me. But yeah, Native American mixture. Okay. My blackness is, I did 2 different DNA tests and it kind of more or less was around the same range. More or less, you know. I was actually surprised that I had a little bit more than I thought, you know, because of just, you know, the family that I come from, you know. Morris, Louisiana has a strong African culture. Usually when I think of Louisiana, like Creole comes to mind, right? And I actually do have like a grandmother who was Creole, but she passed away before I met her, so I was never really like exposed to that. And she was, you know, from Louisiana, you know, light-skinned did, you know, had good hair, you know, quote unquote, the French last name. I think she may have had a French first name, I'm not sure. Yes, I'm Kelly. I break down black people differently. Black Americans are different from continental Africans, Caribbeans, ... I think culturally, yeah. Racially, that's debatable. B Money. Creoles tried to make themselves a racial distinction, especially in Louisiana. It's not black pushback, it's whites still discriminating against them. Uh, hmm. Okay, that Creole category, does that even exist outside of Louisiana though? That's the, like, because usually when I hear Creole, I usually hear it associated with Louisiana for some reason. I don't really hear it outside of Louisiana. That racial category or that cultural racial category, you know. Let's see. R. Morris, no, I consider 60% black. So it's like, okay, I get what you're saying. It's like, if a person is 60% black, then you would consider them black. Well, god damn it, motherfucker. I missed your cutoff line by probably 1%. Could you let me slide? Just a little bit. Mutron Angel. Interesting that you say that white women tried to get biracials to start their own race. Where did you see that? I saw that in a textbook, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure when exactly. I don't know if I saw it in like grade school or college, but I remember seeing that though. Yeah. Miss Smith, welcome to the chat. Creoles are black, LOL. They are like 60% African or more. They are black. Some Creoles look like they just straight up white folk though. Some, you know, some do. And you know, there's some people who do look like they're like straight up Caucasian folks who do claim black identities, right? Like I even have like a few stories of like some folks in my lineage, in my family. Miss Smith, if you're half black and up, you're black. LOL, period. Yes, biracials are mixed, but they have every right to claim just blackness. Yeah. Like for me, I would accept biracials as black, you know, as long as if they're black, be black. And that's pretty much where I'm coming from. Like if you're black, be black. But if you're jumping in and out, then that's where I would have an issue. B Money, LMAO. If you listen to Sarge Willie Pete's latest video, he says that biracials identify as black because they get more benefits, especially women. I do think that there could be some truth in that, personally, because oftentimes I think, let me think how to put this. I think that it's easier to compete with black people in an anti-black society if you're not so much like, not like so much black. It's like you're kind of like black where it's visible, but you're not too black. So you can kind of like, I guess, play the fence, but maybe like, what's the word I'm saying? Like, take advantage of being black when it's convenient, you know, having some adjacency to blackness, but also take advantage of having some adjacency to non-blackness, particularly whiteness, right? So I think there's some truth in that, you know. But also, some people are raised to identify as black too. That's the thing. Like, some people, like, their families raised them to identify as black, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think, you know. I'll say, I have a cousin who I don't really keep in much contact with. His mom is white and his dad is white passing, pretty much. I don't know if I would consider him black. I don't know if he considers himself black, you know. I don't know. So I think that's kind of like where things can kind of, it's like, on one hand, if that person denies their blackness, I think sometimes black people maybe would feel offended or if they're trying to pass. But on the other hand, if someone like that were to claim their blackness, then it's like you're giving them the side eye too a little bit, you know? Angel. Biracials are always going to jump in and out. It's human nature. I'm not sure about if that's human nature. I think that's shady nature. That's shady nature to me. It's like me jumping in and out of my family. It's like if I claim this group of people as my family, like my biological family, I shouldn't be jumping in and out when it's convenient. Like, oh, you know, we going through family crisis. Nope, that ain't my family. I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with y'all. R. Morris. Yeah, I let you slide. Thank you. R. Morris. Those are not Creoles. Those are Cajuns. That is a difference. I'm not sure what that refers to. Yes, I'm Kelly. First of all, there's no such thing as being on the fence. Those people made a decision. They follow whoever the victor lands. They go with the victors. They go with the victors. Well, then shouldn't they always be on, or just about always be on the white side? Because historically speaking, I think white people have unfortunately been the victors. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I think white people, you know, are in a position to write history, so they would be the victors. Mami suerte. Hey, Stephen. Bienvenida. Bienvenida, mami suerte. Muchas gracias por mirar y venir. Morris. It's crazy because some of our benefits come from mixed and biracial men, especially those who started certain HBCUs. I heard that some HBCUs were started by white folks too. Some mixed and biracial. I never thought about that. I'm not sure. B-Money. They can be on the white side, but there's always a white person to remind them that they are not white. I understand, definitely, because sometimes, like, all right, there's this rapper who's out named Logic, and he's white passing. Like, his mom is white, his dad is black, but he, if you look at him, he looks white. And he said that his mom, like, probably when she got mad at him, she would refer to him as a nigger. So his mom would call him a nigger, even though that's her son and he looks white. It's like Like they will, no matter how, they will make sure that you know that. Like no, they'll make sure like no. And I think maybe even that's a sort of a reason why some people kind of maybe gravitate towards the black side more too. I think that could be a factor too. Like it's kind of like a reminder, like, like even though, you look kind of like us, you look like us, you ain't one of us though. And again, this is his mom, right? I heard that Charlie Sheen, right? The actor Charlie Sheen, he was married to the actress Denise Richards. And I heard that he referred to Denise Richards as a nigger. And I thought he was gonna I thought that he would have referred to her as like a nigger lover. But then someone said that Denise Richards is like has a black grandparent. This is what, word on the street. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what Tariq Nasheed actually said in a video a long while ago. So that is something to think about. People kind of like, it's like a strong disdain for blackness, That's the thing too. And like me personally, I've like low-key been in situations when I've been reminded that I was black. Miss Smith. I never claimed biracial people as black. They were always mixed, but a part of blackness. Okay. I also never viewed them as not black. I don't know. It's confusing. That's true. It's like a gray area, right? Because on one hand, I think that mixed, biracial, and light-skinned people were forced on dark-skinned people because of the one-drop rule that went into law, right? They put that rule into law and put it on the books. Thus, it's like anyone who is like 1/16 black, that's not a lot of blackness, by the way. 1/16 of blackness, you are considered and treated as 100% black. Which is crazy, right? It doesn't really make any sense, but oppression doesn't really make sense to begin with. So that's, I guess, where you have to come from with it. B-Money. Many HBCUs were funded by whites. Coming out of slavery, some of the lighter house slaves had access to specialized skills and education, so it would be logical that they might have a head start in leadership positions. Yeah, I have heard that, I kind of just, like, before I knew that, I just assumed that HBCUs were started by, like, black people. Like, actually, I kind of thought they were started by dark-skinned black people. But I was just ignorant. I didn't really think, because, again, you don't really learn about this stuff in school. You have to seek this stuff out on your own. Like the school systems, they are designed to keep you fast asleep, right? Just fast asleep. Angel, Tariq Nasheed is a fraud. How can you claim you are all for black empowerment and turn around and call dark-skinned people crispy and burnt? Okay, I think, to be fair, I think Tariq Nasheed was referring specifically to Tommy Sotomayor as crispy and burnt. I'm not saying that it's right, because it ain't, but I will say that it did happen to, a deserving person, to be honest. Tommy Sotomayor ain't like, our black leader out here, So I think it happened to the right person, but I do think that, I don't know. It sort of reminds me of like that whole, sometimes like brown skinned people kind of like say like little fucked up shit about like darker skinned people sometimes. that really goes unchecked and unnoticed. Like, and goes over people's heads. But like sometimes brown skinned people can say some like some old shady shit, you know. Not all, but some. B Money. There's a good audiobook on YouTube of a slave narrative of a near white slave named Henry Bibb. His narratives point out that he was treated as a slave just as bad as any darker slave. You need to check it out. Okay, Henry Bibb. I'll try to remember that. I ain't got nothing to write on. I'm outside. Henry Bibb. Henry Bibb. Henry Bibb. Hey, Melissa Cano. ¿Cómo está usted? Muchas gracias por venir. ¿Cómo está su día? The Cure. Back. Sorry. Welcome back. Angel. Yeah, you are right. I have been saying the same shit. I have never trusted those brown skins. Wow. They sit on the fence while they trash light skins and dark skins. Shaking my head. Yeah, the peanut butter folk, like brown skin and also maybe peanut butter folk too. I don't know. I think sometimes it seems like they may be, I don't know, trying to like utilize some type of power, maybe. Like, how can I put this? Like, trying to exert some type of power in a way. Like, oh, like I'm better than you. Kind of like, you know? And I'll say that I did sort of witness something with two people that used to work at my job. They were both related. They were brothers. One brother, who was the older brother, was brown skinned, and the other brother was dark skinned, right? And he said like something like, "Oh, you look like an African." Like the brown skinned brother said to the dark skinned brother, like, "Oh, you look like you're an African, or you look like you come from Africa." You know, that's a pejorative, right? That's like a negative thing, you know. And I kind of picked up on that, like, oh, that's a little strange. Like, huh. Like, that's what we saying to each other now? The Cure. I have never seen a brown-skinned person trash light skin. What are you talking about? If it's not black, it's white. Are you sure about that, The Cure? That's... It's like, it's more colors than just black and white now. It's more folks than just black and white. We can't be having everyone that's not black identify as white, because then the odds would be in their favor, you know? Miss Smith. Well, no light-skinned people can go to the gas company and say, well, I'm light-skinned. Can my gas stay on? LOL. No, because their ass would be in the dark. Black people act like everything is handed to light-skinned people. Okay, that's a bit much. To be fair, no white person could probably do that. But I think, like, perhaps, I think where people are coming from is like, society just may kind of be sort of, it's like, because of like the way that light-skinned folks look, it's maybe easier or more, it's like easier to navigate through an anti-black society if you don't really look like black off of first glance. But yeah, you know, the privilege is not like a genie, you know, it's not like you can just get unlimited wishes. The Cure. No. Anti-blackness is the dominant racial problem. Please. The Cure. Look at how they do us. The Cure. In India, they mistreat blacks. Asians colonize Africa and are exploiting the land. Are you sure they like legitimately colonize Africa, or are they just doing a lot of business there and own a lot of like real estate and stuff like that? The cure. You couldn't walk a day in the dark skinned shoes, Miss Smith. LOL. Like, it's tough. We struggle. But I try not to get into like the oppression Olympics, you know, with like black folks, because, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and say like I done been through the worst thing ever, you know, for being a beige Negro, you know. But, you know, I'll say that, you know, light-skinned people do have, you know, our, you know, specific struggles and things that we go through, you know. I think we do. But I wouldn't like position those struggles and say that they are like equal or greater than other folks' struggles, though. The cure. Light skin and POC talk to dark skinned people the way that white people talk to us. Are you sure? Light skinned folks do this? Who these light skinned people? Who these people? I don't think hey, you can't be part of the community if you're treating people like that. The cure. Let's see. Miss Smith, I'm lighter brown skin. I have never practiced in colorism. I have got called light skin and I've been called dark skin. I have all colors in my family, if ignorance at best. Okay, so I guess you like peanut butter. That's what they call that in between. You kind of got that in between look where it's like, you know, in certain lighting you could be light skinned, in certain lighting you could be dark skinned. You know, like it just depends on the day and the lighting. You know? So you got that in between thing going. Okay. The cure. You practice colorism in this chat room. Oh, stamp. Let's not get into a beef. The cure. Beige, LOL. When did you get that brown, brother? I thought beige was like a light brown that some folks maybe call like yellow. Let's see, where am I at? The cure. Oh, sorry. Morris at the cure. Where I am, Miss Smith is not light or brown skin. She would be considered on the lighter, darker side of the color spectrum. Okay. The cure. Or comply, are you throwing actual blacks out at Stephen? I will always be a part of the community. We are the community. Oh. Well, I'm not sure what you're referring to with that. Let's see. Oh, comply, or are you throwing actual blacks out? Okay, I don't think I can throw people out of the community. I think I can throw people out of this live stream if I wanted to. But I don't really want it to get to that point. I don't think it should be that serious, right? Where we throwing people out of stuff. No, right? It's okay to have a difference of opinion, right? As long as you just like go about it respectfully, you know, you ain't gotta, you know, call anybody out of their name or anything like that. I'm not saying that that's happened, but I'm just saying. Let me get out of this, son. Angel, light-skinned and biracial males have been shot by the police. It does happen. But the thing is, every time I see like a police brutality victim, it seems to be like the brown skinned, dark skinned dudes. Though I don't seem to see like the lighter skinned dudes being like the victims. That's not as much, right? I think I have seen it on occasion, maybe. I think there was like a incident where like a biracial, a young biracial man was like had a samurai sword and he was shot down by the police. Like he was cosplaying, but someone reported him. Like, oh, there's this black kid, because he had like a big afro too. And like, oh, this black kid has a samurai sword, and like shot him down. And his mom was like giving a report, you know, and talking with the media, saying she felt like he was targeted because he was black. You know, he couldn't pull out his like, no, don't shoot, I'm biracial card. Like he can't pull out his biracial card and show the police his biracial card. Right? Let's see. The Cure. LOL, all colors. Now she's out here trying to identify by association. Like all colors matter, I guess, maybe. Or all shades matter. Which is true, you know, but you know how that goes, though. Where I'm at. Miss Smith. I'm brown and I never had an issue with getting a job or dating. I'm engaged and have 2 children by my fiance. Congratulations. R. Morris 100. Some light-skinned and mixed women have acted funny toward me, but not so much the men. That's interesting. Well, I guess the men probably are feeling you, so they ain't acting funny towards you. But the women, they're probably like, especially if you probably like a good-looking woman too, they might be feeling like, what's she doing here? Y'all know how some women can be. Yeah, let's see. The Cure. Of course you didn't, because you're not a dark-skinned woman. LOL. Miss Smith, lighter, darker side, LOL. This is brown skin, LOL. And I'm brown skin, dummy, LOL. Dark skinned women get the shit beat out of us by the police as well. The Cure. You said you've never had a problem, as is you would. The Cure. Yet you come here to our safe space for dark-skinned women and try to gaslight with things aren't handed to light-skins. Give me a break. This is why I have separated myself. Calm down, people are dramatic. Why we gotta beef? Why we gotta have a beef in here? Right? We're supposed to be just black folk coming together for a chat. And also, this is strange because we started this on like Roseanne and Monique. How we get to this point? How we get to this point, y'all? That's strange. The Cure. Angel, don't you think lighter skinned dudes and biracials aren't going to get I said, don't you think lighter skinned dudes and biracials aren't going to get killed as much because they are low in numbers though? Let's face it, you won't see them around as much as darker brothers. That's true. That is a point. Like, you know, based on numbers, it probably isn't a lot of like this. We would probably have to do it by percentage pretty much, because I think just based on numbers, it's not like a ton of like lighter skinned folk. Well, you know, especially lighter skinned males. But I don't know. I still feel like I don't know. I should see like every now and then something. Not that I want to see that, but I'm just saying. You know, y'all know what I mean. R. Morris, Miss Smith. No need to call me a dummy. It is what it is. Now, as far as you not having a problem, you do because you're a fiance, not a wife, with 2 children. Therefore, a baby mama, not a wife. Oh, hell. Here we go. Let's not beef, y'all. Let's not do the beef in here. It's okay for us to have a difference of opinion, y'all. We can disagree civilly. We don't have to go to that place with each other. Let's see. I know, like on some live streams that I've done, a few in the past, it would always be like this group of like swirling black women who like had problems with black men who would come into my chat for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. What's the comments? I gotta read some other comments. The Cure. We wouldn't have no beef if you would defend dark-skinned women like you told us you would. She came here with that dismissing a privilege when we already lied to every day. I guess when we're already lied to every day. Well, I don't think. Well, I think that I've addressed the situation. I, let's see. Oof. Yeah. Looks like we're getting into an awkward moment. So, have you guys, let's try to just change the subject, y'all. But before I do, I will say, like I've said previously, I think that light skin privilege, I think that there is a such thing as that. Okay. There is. I do think it's, it's, I don't know. It's like, it exists, I think, in my personal opinion. But, and I think sometimes some light skinned people kind of get defensive when you kind of bring that up. And I think the defense may come because they feel like you maybe invalidating their experiences. I'm not sure. Or maybe othering them from blackness in a way. I'm not sure. But I will also say that, people do have a right to have their own opinions. And I'm not saying that it's right, just as you guys have your opinions. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong, Well, I guess maybe I am. I don't know. Let me just change the subject. God damn it, motherfucker. All right. Let's see. B Money. I live in the Northeast with tons of Caribbean Hispanics, which are mulatto blacks. They've been getting caught up in all types of crimes and shit here. They not getting any breaks because they light skinned. you know, you know, the legal system, you know, it's like, you know, I have heard some studies saying that there are discrepancies and differences when it comes to sentencing between light-skinned people and dark-skinned people. I'm not sure how they were able to conduct that study, but I've heard that. You know, thankfully I've never been caught up in the legal system. Knock on wood. But you know, it's something to think about. Um, let's see, B Money. Light skin privilege is probably big in the South. I don't think it's that big in the North. Well, from what I've heard, this is just what I've heard, right? That, you know, as far as I guess like the women and the men go, you know, a lot of the dudes be checking for the light skinned chicks up there too. And I'll say like, I guess my family is kind of like Midwestern. I don't know. What y'all consider Ohio to be Midwestern, right? Not necessarily like North, but I feel like it's like North adjacent, at least, though, right? But anyway, like in my family, more so my extended family that I would see at like family reunions, you know, I do see like, you know, well, scratch that. I'm not even sure if I'm seeing the light skinned chicks anymore. I think we're seeing a whole lot of like the white women with like lighter skinned men. Let's see. The Cure. It's big everywhere. We are demonized. I feel like darker skinned people, but specifically and especially like darker skinned women, I think they need to have their time in the spotlight, you know, in the sun. And it has happened, but it's been more so individual, right? It's been more so individual. I think, you know, like Chrissy says, like the media, I think that could help in a way. It wouldn't end, it wouldn't like end anything, I guess, but it would help, you know. Let's see. But I don't think it's like everywhere though. Some places like really like dark skinned people, like France, I think, maybe. But then again, some people could argue that's like more so a fetish like versus like a genuine like. I don't know. But I've heard like, you know, there are some places that really do like black people who are like really like dark skinned, you know. Miss Smith, LOL, I'm dark skinned. Like I said, brown people are dark. I'm not even sure how to pronounce this one. Moi ha ha moi. It's big in the north. I'm from Cali. I heard that, you know, folks in Cali be doing that too, though. Um, I have family from California too. You know, unfortunately, I don't really know much about them. Like family on my mother's side, but also like my brother and sister have family because of their father. And I actually know their family better than I know, like their father's family than I know my mom's family. Um, Steven, please talk about that dark-skinned little girl beaten by the police. I didn't know that there was a dark-skinned little girl beaten by the police. I guess that's indicative of a problem too, whereas like the dark-skinned women aren't getting any spotlight on the issues that they're going through with the police brutality. Let's see. B Money. Dudes here might give Dominicans and Latinas some play, but I don't feel like I'm losing to some light-skinned dude. I think, you know, well, right now we're kind of like, for the dudes, it's like the dark skin is in type of thing. So I think, I don't know, it could be more so women. I mean, if this was like the 80s, I guess, but we're kind of like in the new era now. So like either the light skinned dudes are losing to the dark skinned dudes, or they just, it's just like whatever. Like, whatever. No one's like, really going there. Angel, LOL, Miss Smith just deleted her comment. I noticed that it started with there is no light skin privilege. You got caught slipping. Boo. Y'all really going after Miss Smith now. Well, Miss Smith got an opinion. Moi. Moi ha 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 ha. There is privilege everywhere. The Cure. Damn, Miss Smith, light skin just draws the eyes more. Like, yes, in the casting calls, especially in, let's see. Callie is very anti-dark. The Cure, sad face. I heard that the dudes are kind of colorist when it comes to the women that they looking for in California. Let's see. The Cure. Steven, after what this fool said to us, can we have a dark-skinned woman pep talk? What to say? My black shea butter goddess. Let's see, The Cure. I don't care about colorist men. They leave a lot of single mothers. Possibly. But, a dark-skinned woman pep talk. I think that, the dark-skinned women, they have like a, let me see, how can I put this without, I think probably like when it comes to like bodies and stuff, like probably have like the best, probably the most shapely bodies, definitely. It's like, well, that's kind of like a stereotype too, I guess. As well as the skin tone, right? A lot of dark skinned women tend to not really have to wear makeup. Some will do it to sort of like maybe even out their skin tone, or either they just want to try and lighten their skin tone on the low, you know. But honestly, I think like because of like the darker skin, like a lot of blemishes don't show up, you know. Like for me, like if I'm blemished, you're gonna see it. Like when it comes to like lighter skin folks, like if we are blemished, like you're gonna see it. Like let's see. Black men don't care about colorist jokes. They just laugh it off. Yeah, but I think that's kind of like when it comes to the dudes, it's kind of like you kind of have to, quote unquote man up, you know. That's a term for a reason. So I think with the dudes, they may kind of care because, I'm sure they, probably have cared at one point or another, but, it's just like you kind of have to find a way to get over it. The Cure, pink burns and cuts show up super heavy on dark skin. Super heavy. I didn't know that cuts showed up super heavy on dark skin. Only thing that I would think of was probably like keloids. Like if you cut your skin, like sometimes keloids can sort of form because like so much melanin. Let's see. Miss Smith, no, I'm saying there's no light skin privilege where I'm from. Where are you from, Miss Smith? The cure, dark men are considered strong, etc. And I think that's part of the issue when it comes to dark skinned women, where it's like in the black community, I think we kind of been like socialized or brainwashed to equate like the dark skin with masculinity and the light skin with femininity. And also that's perpetuated in our own black media, right? Every time, not every time, but a lot of times when we see black couples on television and in movies, a lot of times it's like the lighter skinned woman with the darker skinned man, thus reinforcing that dichotomy, that thought, that, you know, point of view. The cure. Yes, flesh cuts that are pink show up brightly. I didn't know that. The cure. She's from Antarctica. Well, I guess a person from Antarctica would be an Arctican. What race would they be considered? I guess probably white. I don't know. Miss Smith, why do people act like brown people are not also dark skinned? Either you're light or you're dark. Okay, a quick question. Is Sierra dark skin or light skin? Let's see. The cure. Have you dated very dark women? Yes, I have. When did you realize you had a problem, Mr. Brown? I'm not sure what that refers to. The cure. Sierra is light skinned. Get the out of here. Sierra is brown. Sierra is not light skinned. We got another debate going on here. Thankfully, this ain't a Google Hangout because I would have had to mute you guys because y'all going too much. Sierra tans. Brown is like Oprah. We done totally got off the topic. How we get on this race topic of who's black, who's not? Well, that Valerie thing. The cure. There's a photo of Gabrielle Union with a dark-skinned woman, and you can see the difference. That's true. I think dark-skinned people claim Gabrielle Union partly because she's a good look for them. You know. And also Gabrielle claims dark skin herself. The cure. You got that chocolate addiction, Stephen. You know, I personally try not to say chocolate, but I understand why people do. Angel, mainly because it must mainly be an American thing, because in the UK, light-skinned dudes, mainly biracials, are adored by all women. I have never seen a light-skinned biracial woman prefer dark-skinned men over them. Perhaps it may be an American thing. Maybe. But honestly, you know, I could really break it down as to why a lot of these light-skinned women do prefer darker skinned men, but people would if I did that video in depth, people will be all up in the comments section being in their feelings. All right. And calling me all types of names and fuck shit. Sierra is light brown. If browns keep claiming dark skin, we will continue to be erased. I kind of, like, me personally, group I usually group them together as like brown and dark skinned folks. Let's see, The Cure. So did it start when you were younger? I think for me personally, as far as like the whole, um, I guess, brown skin, dark skinned women being somewhat of a preference. I guess partly because it was like in my neighborhood, but also in my family, to be honest. Those were kind of like the good looking women, you know. Not, there weren't like a lot of like light skinned women where I was at, I don't think. I know there was like definitely one, and like I had more like a brother sister relationship with her. Let's see. R. Morris 100. What is your thought? I guess, what are your thoughts on Blake Griffin having to pay $250,000 a month for child support to a white girlfriend who was never his wife? Like, who the hell is her lawyer? God, that is a lot of money. Does he even have that much money? He gonna be broke by this time next year. God damn, that's a lot of money. I think I didn't even know Blake Griffin was had any kids. Ooh-wee. I think some black women was probably like, oh, whatever. You shouldn't have been with her. But you gotta be careful. All right. So I'm about at like 37% battery life right now. Just an FYI. Angel, in response to The Cure, yes, Safe Brown is so real. They always deny it though. Miss Smith, Gabby is brown skinned, but yes, she's dark. The Cure, so were they celebrated? Was your first crush dark? Say yeah, they were. They were celebrated. I think my first crush probably was like brown or dark skin. Probably dark. R. Morris. Also, the woman has a previous child with another athlete. And she getting money from that too. Like, god damn. This woman is getting paid just for being a baby mama. The Cure. So, well, you're socialized into it. Perhaps. I think we all are socialized into like our likes and preferences in a way, though. Either it's through our family, through our community, through the media, a combination of all of those things. Because honestly, if I was raised in like a majority white environment, I may probably be leaning more towards, the white side of things, or the lighter side of things. The Cure, Angel, they shall do, child. They ain't being called cockroach, etc. But be out here to defend light skins in a minute. Brown skins be on some quote unquote I don't see color shit. Colorblind. Hmm. The Cure. Do dark skinned women respond well to your color? I think some have. I don't think I have ever heard anyone, well, scratch that, maybe not. But I think overall, yeah. But I feel like when it comes to me and probably other lighter skinned dudes, I feel like low key, the women that are interested in us probably are somewhat open to interracial dating to an extent. Maybe not necessarily interracial dating with white people, but maybe like interracial dating with other people of color to an extent, right? I feel like that could low key be at play. So I think the women who would probably be interested in me would probably be open to interracial dating of some kind. I could be wrong. Miss Smith. In my area, light skinned mixed men date darker women, and dark men date light skinned women. Hmm. I do see that happen, that opposites attract sort of a thing. Morris, some said he shouldn't been with her. The other half don't care because they said he's biracial anyway. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he was raised by like a white mom, probably in a white environment, you know. So I feel like that is a factor, That is a factor. And some people will say, hey, blame the black dad, since he would be the one who introduced that factor to his son of being half black and being having a white mom. Um, Angel, I heard people try to equate light skinned male slander to dark skinned female slander. Calling them soft and sensitive is not the same as making people feel ugly. Yeah, you're right. But I feel like it's like perhaps like a knock on their masculinity, a knock on light skinned men's masculinity, like calling dark skinned women ugly is a knock on their femininity. So I could see where there is a similarity, but I don't think they're 100% equivalent. Moi, moi, moi. I understand, Stephen. Let's see. What was that referring to? The cure can being considered soft means being upper class, Angel. But they are so entitled and self-centered due to the socialization that they cannot see it. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Moi, moi, moi. The cure, you sound bitter. Calm down. The cure, moi, maybe I am bitter. What made you choose your photo of Judge Judy? The cure. Angel, you make a great point, Stephen. Well, thank you, Angel. Are more, but $250,000 a month is a lot for a girlfriend, though. Again, I'm asking, who is her lawyer? Who brokered that deal for her? So, what do you guys think of that dude, Dax Prescott, who said that basically he won't be uh, doing any like NFL police brutality protests? Y'all still beefing. Why? What's with the beef? Why we gotta beef? Let's see. Angel, personally, I think you should make an in-depth video on why light-skinned women prefer dark-skinned. I guess you meant to say men, because it says women here, but I think you meant to say men. Because maybe I should. Maybe. But I feel like it might offend some people. But I no, I have like a lot of video ideas in mind. But perhaps. Okay. I'm at 30% battery life, FYI. Look here, he ain't want to harm his light skinned fan base to declare his love. LOL. You are crazy, The Cure. Do you post videos on YouTube? You know they would unsubscribe when they see that encouragement. Ouch. R. Morris, um, I think Ray Dakota Press, Rain Dakota Prescott, is from Mississippi, where I currently reside, and he is biracial and has chosen his side. Ouch. Well, you know, His white mama done raised him, you know. And to be honest, should he go against his white mama side? I mean, but also another thing is like, well, it's like, what does he get from doing the police brutality protest exactly? I mean, look what happened to Colin Kaepernick, right? Is is police brutality specifically his problem? Okay, you used to have videos, but you have stalkers. A lot of that happens, you know. A lot of stalkers and trolls happen, you know. M. Smith, honestly, I honestly love being brown or light dark. LOL, I love my cocoa skin. I never want to change my skin tone. That's great. You should love your skin tone. You should have a positive feeling about that. Just as, you know, I love my skin tone, you know, despite the bullshit that I go through in the community for my skin tone, you know, I'm not, you know, like going and finding like skin darkening cream, you know, or skin lightening cream either. The Cure, she likes being light dark. Imagine if she were dark dark. Well, you know, there's dark skinned women who love being dark skinned. R. Morris, no, biracials don't have an obligation to the black community, but when they do, the biracial is an ally. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, in the terms of like this race thing, would biracials be considered part of the community or can be considered allies? Like, hmm, the Cure. Wait till the Hebrew Israelites see you, Stephen. They will think they found their savior. LOL. That's strange. I don't even know what that means. So, how do y'all guys feel about Roseanne and Monique caping for Roseanne? The most honorable Lord Mansfield. In all due respect, sir, it's my mission to dismantle, debunk, and destroy this false concept and myth called light skin privilege, and I shall do it with honor. I think I may have gotten my first troll. Are you a troll, Mansfield? Because usually I don't get trolls because I'm not like a really popular YouTuber. I mean, not in like my live streams. I get them on my like comment section of my pages, you know, but not like in the live streams. Like the real popular folks get them in the live streams, right? And they have to have people monitoring the live stream for them. All right, check. All right, I'm at 25% battery life. Yeah, these live streams be eating up battery life pretty quickly. But I've been on here for about an hour and 40 minutes. So, you know. So have any of you guys been watching at least some of the videos that I've posted on my channel? Yeah, I've been posting like videos, not videos of me talking, well, those two, but more so videos of just stuff that's been in the media that I kind of wanted to just share with you guys. But I'm going to go back to posting like my own personal thoughts of dealing with, you know, the minutia of colorism, the um, overlooked things of colorism, that sort of thing. Um, Yes. R. Morris. Yeah. Where are you getting your clips? YouTube, mostly. I tried to get a clip of Dr. Umar saying, having a colorist moment. Chrissy referred me to you, Steve. Oh, really? When did that happen? A little while ago? Let's see. Umar attacked Seti after Seti checked him like a G. Yeah, Dr. Umar, he had a colorist moment, and you know, he said like when Seti looks in the mirror, he sees a cracker, and he doing all this stuff to compensate for looking like a cracker, and he melanated, so he don't have to do this type of stuff. Yeah, I kind of just found it humorous. Me personally, I've never, you know, fooled with Dr. Umar before that happened, and after that happened, I was like, yeah, I was right not to fool with him. I want to ask Dr. Umar, where is the school? And he gonna be like, where my money at? I ain't getting enough money. Black folks don't want to support. Moi moi ha. Chrissy mentioned me. Okay, it probably was a video a while ago. But yeah, I appreciate that. And as well, I appreciate Chrissy for shouting me out. Umar was really reaching with that roast, quote unquote. But I think colorism is one way. Said he can probably go further in life than that chipmunk. The Angel. I wish Chrissy would reveal her face. Yeah, I would like to see Chrissy's face too, but I completely understand why she wouldn't, because it's like people, they, even if she looked like, the beautifulest woman on earth, they just gonna go in on her. They gonna find something to go in about her looks, you know. And as well, some people want to see Chrissy fall and see harm done to Chrissy, so I can understand where she's coming from. I personally don't think it's that serious what she's doing. If you're really that triggered by what she's saying, why not just not watch the video? Why not just, dislike all the videos that Chrissy has and just call it a day? Just don't watch it. Yeah, I don't think she should, but, I would like to. Perhaps that could be like a donation gift or something. Like if you donate a certain amount of money, you can see Chrissy's face. I've been thinking about maybe trying to do like a Google Hangout type of setup. I don't know. Yeah. R. Morris. Plus, Chrissy has a career outside of YouTube. She does. You know. But I do have some ideas for more colorism videos coming up. You know. Videos that, me specifically, I'm giving my commentary on and what I think. Hmm. Hmm. The Cure. I'm worried about what these dark-skinned little girls are going through. So many videos online disrespecting us, and it's common on Facebook, etc. They beat us, etc., and no one cares. Wow, what a what a shoe shining boot licking coon. Ouch. But I think that is something to think about. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like for some reason, like, dark skinned women's problems seem to fall on deaf ears for some reason. And I think maybe that's because low key, like a lot of the community is built on the backs of dark skinned black women, and they don't want that foundation to shift, because if that foundation shifts, then it kind of like the whole house falls apart. And people are scared to see that house fall apart. All right, let's see where I'm at. Okay, 17%. All right. Well, I guess I best call it a day. I'm about at 17% battery life. But this went on for about an hour and 50 minutes. So thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate your participation, your support, your comments, not your beefs. I don't appreciate the beefs. All right. Um, the Cure. Good night, Stephen Hart. Thank you. Morris Fit. You see that little dark skin, or you see that dark skinned little girl getting jumped by a group of Asian boys and girls? She gave those Asians that work, and the black bits stood by and watched. I never seen that video. I think I may have heard about that though. But that is just crazy. The Cure. I feel like Stephen would have beat their ass. They ass. The Cure. You are awesome. But let's see. I'm at 15% now, so I best get going. But thanks for showing up, you guys. Thanks for the support. We didn't really talk about Roseanne and the Monique situation. We went off on a whole nother tangent about race. I feel like we should have talked about that a little bit more. But I guess maybe we just said we made our decisions. But yeah, but see you guys in the next video, the next live stream. But, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Until the next live stream, adios and goodbye for now. Peace.